We are live. Let's get rid of that. Hi YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am Nina, and today we're going to talk about online dating. So obviously this is an important topic right now because that's all we're doing, we're online dating. And some people are finding success in it, some people aren't. And I wanted to share tips that work for me. I do find get a lot of dates from online dating. And sorry guys, I just want to fix myself. And so, I wanted to share the tips that work for me because I'm happy dating online as much as I'm happy dating organically. So, now that the intros and the formalities are out the way, let's jump right in. So, online dating is a little bit different from dating in person, obviously, because you have to make an impression without actually physically being there, which is strange. So, I've got my notes over here that I'm going to be sharing with you guys about how I do it. Okay. So, the first thing is obviously, especially if you're a woman, the most important thing, this applies for men too, but it's just the the nuances are different. So as a woman, you have to have a good clear profile picture, right? Because men love what they see, you know. So your personality, you can have the best personality, you can have the best career, you can have the best anything, but if you don't give that visual appeal to a man, then it's not going to work, especially online, because online is a little bit more aggressive in the sense that it's very competitive. A man can sit there for literally an hour and swipe left, right, up, down, whatever, the app is. And it's not getting to know you 1 hour at a time. You don't have all of that time. So you have to appeal to him almost instantly. So a clear picture, and I would say smile in your picture. I have an online profile right now. I'm not going to say what app, but I have one picture, one photo, one. And I really like it because it's a very playful, cheerful, energy in that photo. And it speaks volumes about who I am and what I represent in a sense. One photo. And I'm getting dates from that one photo. And there's people with 5, 6, 7, 12 photos who aren't getting dates because none of those photos actually appeal to a man. And that's just the reality of it. You have to have, now when I say appeal to a man, oh my goodness, please don't go there half naked, showing off your body and stuff like that. That's not necessary, depending on what you're looking for. For me, and a lot of women, as we get, more mature, when you get past a certain age, I think for me, when I got past like 25, I was like, okay, can we change something up over here? Okay, because we're not dating for physical pleasure anymore. Now we're dating for, you want a real relationship with a real person now. You don't want to just do the deed. You want to actually have a relationship. So have something that shows you as a woman, as a human being, as, whatever personality instead of as a body. And smile, be welcoming, be friendly. It's not a fashion shoot. It's just you're appealing to a person, you're inviting, you're friendly, you're someone that he wants to get to know. So have a good, clear picture with a smile on it. That's number one. A lot of people will say have a variety of pictures. I think that's okay as well. And if you're going to do that, have an activity photo. So what an activity photo is a picture that's taken with you doing something. So for example, maybe you're horse riding, or maybe you're at the spa, or you're at the beach, or it could really be anything. or you're at a restaurant. Like my one profile picture, I'm sitting at a restaurant. That's my all in one. It's an activity photo, it's a friendly photo, it's clear, it shows more than just my face. It's probably just up to about here. So it's giving you, or it's giving the person who's looking at it enough, for them to understand. I like fine dining. I'm friendly. I look like this. You know what I mean? So you kind of want to answer a lot of questions with your photos. What are you into? What do you like? If someone is planning a date with you, where would they take you? If all your photos are indoors, please don't make any of them selfies. If they're all indoor selfies, there's bedroom walls, it's like, okay, so you want to be indoors. Psychologically, no one's going to think, oh, she must really like fine dining. Let me take it to a nice restaurant. You're not sending that out. Okay. So clear photo, activity photo, and then as women we know. Oh my goodness, I have someone at the door. Guys, please just hold on. It's a package I've been waiting for. Hey, I'm good. How are you? Thank you so much. Oh, yeah, it's late. All right, bye. Yay! Ooh, sorry about that. Okay, it was just a package I've been waiting for, and it's finally here. So, okay, so we know that men don't really get turned on by words as much as we do, ladies. We love words, okay? Men, not so much. So he'll look at your pictures more than he's going to read your profile. But have something written on your profile, have a little bit of your personality on your profile as well. So have something playful, have something short. Don't go into paragraphs. Don't go into, I'm looking for this, I'm looking for this. Like, I'll give you an example. I'll usually put something like, oh, I just love exploring new places, and I love learning new things, and I'm looking forward to, meeting new people, or something playful. It's non-specific, but it's not really flat and generic either. It kind of gives you an idea, or gives the person an idea of the kind of person that you are, what you like, what, turns you on, and stuff like that. So have that in your description. Make it very light, make it very playful, but make it interesting as well. There must be something in your description that stands out, because then that also becomes an icebreaker and something to talk about. I like puppies. That's really something. Or I like bunnies. I like bunnies. So that'd be something to actually talk about. Oh, you like bunnies? Yeah, I have a pet bunny. Oh, wow. That is a good way to stand out from all the swipe left, swipe up, swipe things, other women, because now you have a personality that stands out in his mind. So you had a nice photo, you look like you have a good energy, and you're quite unique. You're quite different. This is interesting. Now he wants to talk to you. So that would be my very first tip on how to set up your profile for online dating. That's my top 3. Then when it comes to the actual app and how you interact with it and how you interact with people on the app, the first thing I would say is shop around on the different apps. So see which ones you kind of like. Try them out, do the free trial or whatever version for a little while, just so you can compare them, right? Because there's so many. But also do some online research to see what other people are saying about different, apps as well. And if you can, try out a paid membership. And I'll tell you why. It's a very different pool of men. Remember, when something is free, anybody can access it. Anybody with a phone can access it. And then it's kind of like it's not that good. But if you're On a membership basis, then you're basically also meeting other members. And these are people that are serious, because no one is going to sign up and pay for something that they're not serious about, right? So men that are paid membership, members and all of that kind of stuff on that app that you interact with, chances are they're going to get straight to the point rather than the ones that are just like, oh, I'm bored, let me get on such and such, let's see what's out there, right? So my advice is, if you can invest in that, if you are that serious about dating, do that. And we do live in an age where that's probably the safest way to date right now, because you're not really meeting people organically as much as you did before. People are indoors, you are indoors, we're all indoors as much as possible, right? So you want to maximize your opportunity of meeting people and meeting the right type of people. And people who are struggling to survive, I have to say this, aren't really paying for dating apps. So it's also a different kind of caliber, if I may put it that way. Which, as a woman of over 25, that's probably what you want. You probably want someone that you can sit and have a decent conversation with, somebody who's actually gone to school, somebody who, you know what I mean, who actually takes pride in who they are as a human being, as a grown up. So I would advise that, but of course that's dependent on everybody and your situation. So that's one. Two, use the filters. Filter by age, filter by, distance and location and whatever. Filter, filter, filter. Okay. This is going to save you, once again, a lot of time, because you really don't want to be interacting with everybody and their mama. You want to get straight to people that you're instantly going to, be on the same page and see where this moves along. So I'll filter age. I know exactly the age that I would want to date anyway. So the app will only show me that range, right? Instead of showing me like an 18-year-old. What am I supposed to do with an 18-year-old? So no offense to any 18-year-old out there, but it is what it is. So you want that because you don't want to waste time sitting on an app looking through and passing over pictures that don't mean anything to you anyway. Just filter them out. Okay. Filter, filter, filter. That's one. And then the second filter is now when you start conversations. So most apps will have cute little icebreakers like sending emojis or, little pre-written intros or whatever that you can send. That's all good and well. You can send that to people. People can send that to you. That's fine. As a woman, when men start talking to you, that's when you start the process of vetting. Okay. So you can send emojis and cute little stickers and whatever else. But when it's time to, this light is so annoying because it just keeps changing. When it's time to have a one-on-one serious conversation, ladies, have your book of questions sitting right next to you, because dating is not just a fun activity between two adults. Families start from dating. Two people date, they fall in love, they get married, they have a family. It very rarely happens any other way. So this could potentially be your life partner. So you want to know that the person that you're giving that energy to or exchanging that energy with, you're not wasting your time. Now, vetting doesn't mean interviewing, because a lot of ladies will sit, well, where do you work? What's your ambition? Well, when do you want to get married? And, no. Throw that out the door. We're not doing that anymore. Okay? Vetting means as you're having a conversation, you're picking things up. There are many things that you can pick up before you ask a person how ready he is for marriage, which is a little bit of a creepy question, for someone you haven't met. So we're not doing that. So what do I mean by vetting? So for me, vetting basically means you're looking for red flags. Okay? It's a filter. If you see certain red flags, that person is out. We're not negotiating. Okay? So you have to get to that point where, like I said, you need to know what you want, then you vet from there. So for example, for me, I don't want, and I'm going to touch on this topic a little bit in the next point, I don't really want somebody who's just bored. A lot of people are just bored. They want someone to just talk to keep them company through their life for a period of time or whatever. And that's fine. That's fine. But that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not going to get on an app to find that. So when I find people that want to talk and want to ask me really personal questions on the app, I immediately know that this person doesn't want to meet me. This person is probably not looking for what I'm looking for. They may dress it up with all these interview kind of questions. Where are you from? What's your surname? Like, wait, what? Just random things that really don't have anything to do with anything, I've learned to vet like that. Men that are serious about dating, one, want to meet you as quickly as possible if they feel they're already attracted to you through one photo. So they'll have a conversation to kind of, feel out the vibe, so to speak. But very quickly, it's going to be a matter of, well, maybe we should meet. What do you think? I'd love to see you. And it doesn't necessarily mean that the guy that wants to see you has all the best intentions. He might also have bad intentions. But the guy that has good intentions with you is not going to sit and have a conversation with you for weeks and weeks. Just a quick side story. I was on another dating app probably a year and a half ago, maybe even 2 years ago. And, I made a connection with a guy that we really vibed, right? And I just waited for this guy for almost 2 or 3 weeks to ask me on a date, and he never did, right? Until I went on so many days that I got off the app. Got off the app, and then a couple of months, probably 6 months later, I went back on the app. And, he reached out to me, hey, nice to see you back here again, or something like that. So we chat. And something like 3 or 4 days goes by, and he's chatting to me consistently every day. Hey, good morning, beautiful, on the app. But it's never, maybe we should finally meet. And I thought this guy, he might be married, dating, seeing somebody already. He does not have the time, the energy, the capacity, or even the desire to see me. And I stopped talking to him. Unmatched at that point, because I was like, I'm not going to waste my time. So that's part of vetting. I'm not looking for a virtual pen pal. I'm not. So if you want to meet me, I'll engage about us meeting. But if you don't want to meet me, then I know you don't want to date on the level that I want to date. I want to date on a physical level. I don't want to date virtually, 100%. No. There will be a percentage, but all the time, no. So you have to have your vetting process like that, because if you don't, you're going to keep playing into people's, agendas, and it's not necessarily going to serve what you're looking for. So learn to vet men, and this is even when you meet them physically. Learn how to vet them. Learn how to hear what language they're speaking. Are they speaking your language? Are they speaking let's go out on a date? Or are they speaking let's go Netflix and chill? That's part of vetting. You kind of separate yourself from that. So that's the next point. For me, meeting up is, as soon as we speak and we get along, meeting up is the natural next step. And I will never initiate it. Because for me, my experience has been when a man chases you, when a man initiates something with you, then it's probably going to go well for both of you, right? But if you're the one who's chasing the man, good luck, okay? So I'll wait for him to initiate it. If he says something like, oh, I would love to see you, then my natural response is, great. When are we having our first date? And a man that's serious about seeing you is going to plan a first date. I've got a date in an hour. Actually, I have to get off here so that I can get ready. I have a date in an hour, my first date from this app. Because I lead with, great, you must be planning a really fun date. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. When is our first date? And he'll either do it or he won't. Once again, vetting. Okay, because I'm not doing pen pal stuff. But some women maybe prefer that. They want to talk. Some women maybe want to talk for weeks before they meet up and stuff like that. That's also fine. If that works for you, do what works for you. For me, I'm like, if you don't know within the first day that you want to see me in person, then I don't bring that out in you, and that's fine. But I'm really not going to invest hours and hours and hours on the phone with you. I'm not going to do that. So you have to decide what you want, what kind of interaction you want from these people on this app, and you know what the outcome you're hoping for is, and work accordingly. Okay. So if you have secured a date, it's important to make sure that you take care of yourself in terms of safety, right? As women, we need to be extra vigilant because we know the stats, we see what's going on out there, and you don't want to become a statistic. Okay. So, my top 3 for going on a date from an online encounter or a date in general is: number 1, if it's a first date, go public, please. Go somewhere where there are waiters, there are other people, there's security, there's something going on. Don't go somewhere secluded on a first date. You don't know this person. And it's not about trust issues or anything like that. It's just being smart. Okay, this is the world we live in, unfortunately, and we have to adapt or die. So, number 1, public. It has to be public. Keep it public. And I will also add, ladies, if you have to drink alcohol, be super vigilant with your alcohol. Super, super vigilant. I always make sure that I call waiters by name immediately from the get-go. That way I build a connection and rapport with them, and they'll look after me. So even if I need to go to the bathroom, I'll ask the waiter, where's the bathroom? Please show me the bathroom. Okay, just please watch my drink. Or please bring me a new glass when I come back. Whatever you need to do. But have waiters, staff, have those people on your side. It'll save your life. And it'll get you really good service. Tip. Okay? So make sure, have your safety about you. If you're going somewhere for dinner in the evening, same thing. Somewhere public, somewhere nice, somewhere in a nice neighborhood. Don't go to somewhere where if he leaves you, you're stranded. You're screwed. Okay? Don't go somewhere where you wouldn't feel safe, where you feel like you have to clutch your bag and hide your phone. Don't go there. If he suggests a place, before you say yes or no or anything to him, Google it. Google that place. Google the reviews. What does it look like? Would you be able to get back home on your own? You have to think about these things. I go on a lot of dates, and I'm always super, super prepared. Okay. I don't know what's going on, guys. I'm always super, super prepared when I go out on a date. I would go one further and say, text somebody. Let somebody know where you're going to be. I think my phone is... Okay. Text somebody your location, the time you're going to be there, the name of the place, somebody that you trust. Listen, if I'm not home in the next 2 hours, call me. If I'm not picking up, this is where I am. Come and get me. If you change locations, let that person know. Get a number plate. I used to do this a lot. Text a number plate to a girlfriend. The guy's name. You know what I mean? Even if it's a fake name, we have a number plate. You know what I'm saying? Be proactive about your safety. Don't wait for something to happen and be like, oh, what do I do now? Plan for the worst. Plan for the worst. And filter out the guys that you go out with. If you see that he's not a wholesome character, the way that he speaks to you is a little bit aggressive, you don't really like it, he's a little bit rude or whatever, or really online or on the phone or whatever, don't go there. Don't even go on a date with him. Block. Unmatch. Do whatever you have to do. Don't put yourself in a situation that you have to get yourself out of. Don't even do that in the first place. Okay, so be vigilant. Be proactive about your safety. Don't wait for things to go wrong. Send a text to a girlfriend. Make friends with the waitress. Be on your guard, on your A game. Watch his body language. Watch how he treats you. that'll always leave clues. If he's super gentle and super nice with you and attentive and do you have everything? Are you okay? Do you need anything? Blah, blah. Chances are he's really not going to harm you. Chances are. Okay. But if he's like, do this, da, 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 and there's a little bit of edginess and aggression and all of that kind of stuff. Okay. So sometimes you learn these things through experience, unfortunately. But once you learn certain things, act accordingly. Don't ignore stuff. Don't let it just happen and then, no, don't do that. Don't do that. Okay. And then thirdly, how do you secure a second date? Because a first date is pretty easy to get, I think. Some people may struggle, but I think a first date is pretty easy to get. Second date can be a little bit tricky. Okay, it can be a little bit tricky. So how do you secure a second date? So my tip, and this is the final tip for the video. So if you have any questions, comments, just drop them down below before I shut it down. Okay, the second date. So the first date needs to blow this person out of his mind. Okay, you need to just be the most charismatic, charming, energetic kind of, feminine energy human being that you could possibly be. Now, that's going to look different on different people, okay? But for me, I make sure that I ooze femininity. I dress really femininely and I'm really feminine and I lean in when I talk to him and he can smell my perfume and I look really cute and I'm just relaxed and playful, just his fantasy. It's just fun. There's not a care in the world. It's fun. It could last forever. Oh my goodness, then he wants to see you again. But the other tip is don't make your first date too long. Like if you're vibing and it's 2 hours, that's pretty nice. If it kind of goes on a little bit longer than that, you know that he really likes you. See if you can pull it back as quickly as possible, and then he'll want to see you again and secure next. Well, this was nice, but I really have to go. So hey, maybe we can do this again sometime. What do you think? Yeah, I'd love that. Okay, let me know. We'll do this. Okay, but you can't get there, be on your phone, be rude to the waitress, ignore him when he talks, roll his eyes when he says stuff, get there looking scruffy like you just came out of, like, what are you doing? You have to give him, sorry about that lawnmower or whatever it is. You have to give him that energy. He needs to feel like he's not even on planet Earth right now. He's just somewhere else. Like, it's fun. It's, oh my goodness, it's lovely. And the next date is something that he's just like, I have to see this girl. I have to get my fix. You like his drug. I can't stand the sound. You like his drug, right? So do that. Practice your feminine charm. Practice your feminine energy. Be friendly. Be sweet. Smile. Be nice. Hello. Hang around children. Children are very silly and playful. That's very contagious. So have a little bit of that and bring some of that energy to your dates. And I promise you, you will get a second date. I promise you, you will get a second date. So play around with those tips. Let me know if they work for you, if they make sense. Were you able to secure a date using these tips? That'd be so good to know. So leave your comments down below. That rhymes. And if you have any more video topics that you would like me to cover related to online dating, any type of dating, let me know and I will do my best to cover them. Okay, thank you so much for hanging out and I hope you have a beautiful afternoon. I'll try and catch you guys later. If not, I'll catch you in the next video tomorrow. Bye.